What is going on, and welcome back to another episode of I Coach Nutrition Radio. Today's podcast is coming from a question slash suggestion from one of my clients, where they said that I should do a podcast on how to eat healthy at any restaurant, specifically diving into all of the different cuisines. So the ones specifically that he mentioned were Italian, Mexican, Thai, Chinese, Greek, hibachi, etc. here. So I'm going to start with those and then I will expand upon that there. So there is a concept that y'all have heard me talk about many, many times, which is called an I Coach plate, right? You fill up half your plate with vegetables or fruits or a combination of both. You fill up a quarter of your plate with protein, a quarter of your plate with carbohydrate. That is a very, very simple approach to being able to eat healthy at any restaurant that you go to. So I'm going to give specific examples of that as I break down each one of these types of cuisines. So first off, Italian, right? So at an Italian food restaurant. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull up a Italian restaurant, one that my wife and I like to go to. It is called 60 Vines. Okay, so 60 Vines. I'm going to pull up their menu here. So 60 Vines, the way that I would break this down, okay, so let's see here. Let me pick a location, Plano, Texas. Let's see what they've got. So if I go to 60 Vines, what I would do here is I would go to, and I tell you what, let me actually go ahead and I'm going to pull this up. I know those of you that are listening to the podcast right now obviously are not going to be able to see this, but if you're watching this in the Facebook group or on the YouTube channel, you will be able to actually see my screen. So I went to 60 Vines. If I'm looking at the menu, what I would do here is I would go to the mains. Okay, so the mains, if I go to the mains here, I'm going to be able to see what they offer. This is like their entree section. Okay, so what we've got here, they've got rainbow trout, pure pan roasted chicken, steak, pork chop, salmon. So at most restaurants, this is what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to go to the entree section. You're going to want to pick a meat or a seafood option. This is what's going to make up that quarter plate protein. And then from there, you'll add in the quarter plate carb as well as a half plate color. So if I was to eat healthy at one of these places here, I could really go with any one of these options: the trout, the chicken, the pork chop, the steak, the salmon. Okay. Every single one of these is going to also have a carb source, right? And it's also all going to have a color source. Now, this is just not going to meet the requirements of the half plate color here. So it meets the requirements of the quarter plate protein and the quarter plate carb. What I would do now is I would go into the shared extras, right? And they've got broccolini, they've got carrots. So what I would go ahead and do here is I would add another side of either the broccolini or the carrots. That in combination with the meal now brings me to that half plate color. I've got the quarter plate protein there based off the meat or the seafood option. And then I've got the quarter plate carb that will come with that meal typically as well. Okay, excuse me. So what I'm going to go to now is Mexican. So one of my favorite Mexican restaurants is Mexican Sugar. Okay, so let's go to Mexican Sugar. Let's look at their menu. Okay, at Mexican Sugar, I will do the same thing. If I go to plates, okay, if I scroll down, we've got the plate section here. Okay, so if I go to the plates, again, they've got pork chops. This is like the entrees, right? Pork chop, grilled chicken, salmon, sea bass, steak. Those would all work, right? And all of these are going to come, you can even see from the picture here, all of these are going to come with a protein source, a carb, and color. Now, I'm just not going to get a full half plate color typically here, right? So I could do the pork chop, the chicken, the salmon, the sea bass, or the steak. Any one of those would work. And then what I would do is I want to add more color to this. So they've got a citrus salad, they've got seasoned vegetables, they've got carrots and cauliflower. So I would add either the citrus salad, the seasonal vegetables, or the roasted carrots and cauliflower to this so that I can meet the requirements of that half plate color. All right, from there, Thai food. So I don't really eat Thai food that much. So I'm just gonna type in Thai food near me, see what options that we have here. So I'm literally just going to pick the very first one, and then I'll navigate through this menu. So if I go to their website and I click their menu, so they've got kind of the popular items here. They've got noodles, rice, stir fries, curries, and then sides. So what I would do here based off this menu, I would go to the stir fries, right? So the stir fries are just, literally protein and veggies. And I would probably go with either the Thai spicy basil stir fry here, or I'd go with the mixed vegetable stir fry. Both of these again are coming with chicken. So I'd have quarter plate chicken for the protein. I'd have the half plate color there with all the vegetables that come with this, right? So again, if you're not watching this, you might not be able to see, but if you're watching this, obviously you see exactly what I'm talking about here. And then I would just add a rice to this, right? So you can get sticky rice, brown rice, mango sticky rice, jasmine rice. So I would just add rice to this, and I'd fill up a quarter of my plate with rice, quarter of my plate with chicken, and then half my plate with the little vegetable stir fry. Okay, next up, we've got Chinese. So again, I don't really eat Chinese food that much, but let's just type in Chinese food near me and see what options they've got. So this is Fortune Star Chinese and Thai cuisine. So this actually has Thai food as well. So let's see what we've got. View full menu. Okay, so they've got tons and tons and tons of different options here, right? So what I would do is, again, I would go ahead and find like the entrees here. So they've got chicken, they've got beef, they've got pork. So chicken and shrimp, right? That's always going to be leaner. So therefore it'll be less fat, therefore less calories. So just to keep this simple, let's go with chicken. They've got all these different types of chicken here. Obviously, these are going to have a lot more like sodium just because of the sauce, right? But ultimately, I could go with any one of these chickens. I could go with any one of these shrimp dishes, right? And then ultimately with that, it's then going to, it might have a little bit of vegetables there. It'll definitely typically come with a rice or a noodle. So that could be the quarter plate carb. But what I would do is also add in probably one or two sides of these steamed veggies so that I could get the half plate color. So steamed veggies, half plate color, quarter plate protein of either chicken or shrimp, and then quarter plate carb would either be like a rice or a noodle option there on that. From there, Greek. So Greek food, honestly, I don't eat a lot of Greek food out here either. However, I went to Greece this last summer with my wife, and oh my gosh, I absolutely fell in love with Greek food. So let's just go here again. I'll go to the first one that pops up, Hungry Platters here, and let's see what they've got. So I'll go to the menu. Again, they've got an entree section. I'll click entrees. Let's see what they've got here. So let's see. So you can choose your style, right? So they've got like platter, salad, pita. And then you pick your protein. So, and then you pick your toppings and you finish it off. So the way that what I would do this is I would build this as a platter. So this is going to come with your choices of either basmati rice or Persian rice and 3 toppings. So I would probably just go with the basmati rice. I mean, either one of those rices is fine. That'd be the quarter plate carb. The protein, they've got chicken, beef, and lamb, like kefta, falafel, chicken and gyro mix, chicken and falafel mix. So again, just to keep this a lean protein source, I would just go with the grilled chicken. That'd be my quarter plate protein. The toppings. So they've got chickpeas, lentils, potatoes, and tomato broth, and eggplants. So, I mean, to be honest, I would probably just skip the toppings here. I'm not really a fan of either of these, but if you wanted to get some extra color, maybe go with the eggplants. And then these are just like drinks to follow it up with it. So what I would want to do here is I want to add some color onto, onto this meal, right? So I'd come back to the menu. I would go to the sides and I would see what sides they have here. So they've got, is there any color in here that they've got? So they've got eggplants, they've got a carrot salad, they've got a Turkish slaw, they've got a tomato and cucumber salad. And then a Greek salad. So I would probably go with the Greek salad here. I mean, again, any of those would work. And then I would make sure that filled up half my plate with color, right? Cool. Hibachi. We'll just go to hibachi grill near me. I'll just pick this first one here. Pull up the website. Go to the menu. Okay, so at hibachi, they have sushi. So sushi is definitely an option. I mean, going with sashimi is always going to be, it's straight protein. So I could go more of the sushi route here, and this could be like quarter plate sashimi, half plate, like edamame. Let's see what appetizers they have here. Yeah, so edamame. Sometimes they have like shishito peppers, but with this, let's just go with the edamame. So I fill up half my plate with edamame. I might be able to get away with one, or I might have to do 2 orders of that. And then they're going to have like a rice that I could do for their quarter plate carb. If I'm thinking about like some of these other hibachi places where they're like cooking right in front of you, typically, again, it comes with a protein source. So I could go with chicken or steak or shrimp. And then from there, they always come with rice. So the rice could be the quarter plate carb. And then they have like kind of the stir fry veggies that could be the half plate color there. What else have I not done? Like a burger place. Let's go with like Hop Dottie Burger Bar. So if I go to Hop Dottie Burger Bar, go to the food and drink menu. From there, let's look at the burgers that they have. So again, the leaner the cut here, the better, just in terms of a fat intake standpoint and therefore calories. So all of the beef is going to be pretty similar, but they've got like the ahi tuna burger here, so that's going to be leaner. They also have they have a chicken sandwich here, which is like it's called the Thunderbird. Oh, here it is. Yeah. So Thunderbird. So that's what I would go with. I would either go with the Thunderbird or the ahi tuna. And again, you can obviously alter this as you would like to either include the things you want or don't want, or be able to kind of manage the calories a little bit better. They actually have the nutrition facts at Hop Dottie, so you can kind of use that as a gauge. So you're getting the protein there with either the ahi tuna or the chicken. You're getting the carb with the bun. Now you need color, right? So yes, you're going to get some color there on the burger itself. But in this instance, you're probably going to want to look at the salads that they have and see if you can add a salad for that half plate color. So here they only have the kale Caesar and the sidecar. I would probably go with the sidecar here, which is fresh greens, topped with balsamic oregano, vinaigrette, topped with diced tomatoes and carrots. I would just get the balsamic oregano on the side in terms of the dressing, but I'd fill up half my plate with the salad here, and then the burger would be the quarter plate protein and quarter plate carb. Okay. What else? I mean, I think I've pretty much hit majority of those restaurant options, the different cuisines there, but essentially you get the point, right? Ultimately, what you're doing is you're looking at the menu and you're asking yourself, how can I build an iCoach plate? What is that going to do? Well, ultimately, it makes you build a balanced plate of protein, fats, and carbohydrates. It makes sure that you get vegetables or fruits or a combination of both. It makes sure that you get a protein source on your meal. All right. It makes sure that you don't just overdo it on the carbs and on the fat. And so this is, again, a very simplified approach. I could do this at any restaurant anywhere in the world, right? And so the big takeaway here is it's not hard to eat healthy when you go out to eat, but it is hard to make the healthy decision. But when you have the awareness around, hey, if I try to build an iCoach plate, this will help me to improve the overall quality and quantity of my nutrition. Hopefully this will inspire you and encourage you and help you to be more confident in your decision-making process there when it comes to eating out, if you're trying to eat healthy when you go out to eat. Some people, they don't want to eat healthy all the time when they go out to eat. That's okay too, right? But if you're somebody that wants to learn how to eat healthier, if you're somebody that especially when you go out to eat, if you're somebody that wants to learn how to navigate through these restaurants and be more confident in your selections, well, this is how you can go about doing that. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, be sure to drop them below here. As always, appreciate all y'all's support. If you have any podcast topics that you would like me to dive into and expand on and answer more questions about, please let me know. I'm always here to help and to serve you. And other than that, I just want to thank you so incredibly much as we're coming into February 2023 here. This is officially 5 years since I started my business, iCoach Nutrition. So I am so grateful for you and all of your support. I would not be here today if it wasn't for you. And so it's just been, an absolute blessing to be able to do what I love. I truly believe that this is what God put me on this earth to do, to inspire others to live their best life and help me to be able to help people improve their nutrition, their exercise, their lifestyle habits, so that they can feel their best, look their best, perform their best for this current season of life that they're in, and ultimately be able to become the best version of themselves, right? And live their best life, reach their God-given potential in life. So thank you so much for your support. Cheers to 5 years. And yeah, cheers to 5 more. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Bye.